veterans, staff members and members. We're also here to pay our respects and remember fallen comrades from the Great War. The Great War, 100 years ago, was an enormous battle, the Battle of the Somme. And I'd just like to cover a few points about this battle before we begin. The Somme was fought in northern France. It was one of the bloodiest of World War I. It was fought for 5 long months, 141 days, by British and French armies fighting against the Germans in a brutal battle of attrition over just a 15-mile front. In advance of this battle, the Allies had bombarded the German trenches for 7 long days. On the 1st of July at 7:30 in the morning, the whistles blew and 100,000 men went over the top and attacked the German line. For the British Army and the French, this day was a disaster. The Germans had weathered the artillery fire in deep trenches and came up fighting. The British soldiers advanced and were mown down by machine guns and rifle fire. On that first day alone, by this time, British forces had suffered 57,000 casualties, with over 19,000 soldiers losing their lives. It was the bloodiest day in the history of the British Army. For this loss, we gained just 3 square miles of territory. In spite of these British losses and the French losses and losses to the Commonwealth forces, the British General Douglas Haig agreed to continue the attack. The Somme campaign wore on, as I've said, for a further 5 months. And in all, more than 1 million soldiers from British, Commonwealth, French and German armies were killed or wounded in that short period of time. A year previous to this, during the Second Battle of Ypres, a young Canadian artillery officer by the name of Lieutenant Alex Helmer was killed by artillery fire from the Germans. He was serving alongside a Canadian artillery unit friend called Major John McCrae, who I'm sure many people have heard of. As the brigade doctor, John McCrae was asked to conduct the burial of his friend as the chaplain had been called away. He carried out this duty, and later that evening, after the burial, John McCrae drafted the now famous poem, Flanders Fields. We are honoured today by 3 of our members who are going to now recite that poem, Sean, Malcolm and Billy.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly scarce, heard amid the guns below.
We are the dead. Short days ago, we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If we break faith for those who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
Thank you.